Hey guys, how's everyone doing? It's Josh here. This is the Q&A video that I wanted to do. A bunch of people submitted questions as part of giveaways. I did two different giveaways, one Power Ranger related, one Pokemon related. Congratulations to the winners and thanks everyone who entered. I got all your questions right here and I'm going to answer them the best to my ability. If some people ask like the same question, like what's your favorite Power Ranger item, then I'm probably going to, pick a different Power Rangers item for each question so they're not redundant. To start off, just a little basic information about me. Name's Josh. You probably know that by now. I'm 35 years old, married to my lovely wife, Jill. We've been married for 9 years. We've been together for 19 years. We met in high school. Got two amazing kids, an 8-year-old daughter, and a son who just recently turned 1 year old. Happy birthday, little guy. Just to jump right in. First question, these are in no order, just how I pasted them and how I could fit them. RJ Diaz, congrats on 100 videos. Yes, thanks, man. What's your favorite or one of your favorite items you own from your collection? Also, do you believe they will ever release an auto-morphing Lord Draken? Thanks for the congratulations. My favorite item, to answer the first part of your question, would have to be, undoubtedly, across all collections, my Power Rangers Hamilton collection, or Saban Power Rangers Mighty Morphin Graphic Album 1. It collects the Hamilton comics. What I love about this is multiple things. One, not only is it's an amazing cover, I love it. It's the first Power Rangers photo cover ever. It's signed by the entire movie cast except for two people, Rocky and Aisha, or Adam and Aisha, sorry. One thing that I really love about this is it was a birthday present from my wife. She knew that I was watching it and it was a little out of our price range and she just got it for me. It was amazing. I hope to add the signatures to it. There's only 3 graded by CGC in the world, and this 9.8 is by far, it's population 1. No other one is as good condition, so that's the main reason why it's my favorite. To answer the second part of your question, yes. When you asked this question, I would have said no. But since then, I realized that they released the Ranger Slayer in the automorphing, so no telling what they're gonna do, man. I didn't think those figures were that popular at all. The head sculpts have some issues, if you ask me. There's a few instances where I like the old 90s better than the one they did right now, but yeah, hey, nostalgia sells, so who am I to say? I'm just glad they completed the team. I hope to snag a set soon to make some custom Imaginext figures. I think that'll be really cool. Let's see, I can do, some of these may be cut for me to grab anything that I need to show off, so I'm just going to go through as many as I can. Matthew Kraft commented, what other things do you collect? Oh, man, right now, mainly what I'm collecting is Power Ranger signed items. That's what's on my radar. I kind of have a one-track mind. If you would have talked to me a year ago, I would have said it was Pokemon lapel pins, like completing Pokemon Center sets. Over the years, I've collected everything. I've collected U.S. currency. I've collected stamps. I've collected... numerous trading card games. Used to be a very big Magic the Gathering player. Pokemon when I was younger. For a time, I was really super into collecting sealed Metal Gear Solid merchandise. It's by far one of my favorite games. I swear Hideo Kojima is just a genius. I sold that collection a while back. It just got too big and hard to, keep in good condition because we're talking like sealed video games here. Yeah, lapel pins, obviously, as you can see back here, big fan of lapel pins, but like I said, I usually narrow my focus, and right now it's all about Power Ranger signatures to me. I mean, that's mainly what I've been doing. Trombone Guy 360, how much do you spend on your collectibles average a month, and how do you afford it? My wife might watch this video, so I'm going to decline to answer that first part of the question. I can say that it varies month to month. One thing, though, is I don't... first off, how do I afford it? One thing that not a lot of people know is that I'm actually a stay-at-home dad. I stay at home, take care of the kids. My wife is actually the one out there who is making the money and working. She, when we had our first kid, we didn't want to do childcare, and her job was a lot more profitable than my job. I was working construction at the time, if you can believe it. So it just made more sense for her to pursue her career and me stay home and watch the kids. I do things at home, you've probably seen me in Facebook groups selling things, and that's how I actually add to my collection is, the all the money spent in my collection is from stuff I can sell from my collection. I've amassed a lot of stuff over my years of just hoarding items. People thought I was crazy with a lot of the stuff that I was collecting, but a lot of it is appreciated in value. And if I see something I want, I sell something I have. To get it, to me, it's not so much spending money as it is changing what collectibles you have and hope that you get some arbitrage value in the trade. Like for instance, if you traded something for some sealed Pokemon items like 5 years ago, then you're probably reaping the benefits today. But yeah, it really depends on how much I can get. I'm sure a lot of you people have seen my sale posts in Facebook. That's the primary way that I move most of the items in my collection. So yeah, that's the best you're going to get, but I'm not going to put a money value on it. Lawrence says, how much Pokemon cards do you have? Not many, actually. I've got some sealed Elite Trainer boxes that I'm holding because, if you had them, you may as well hold them and hope they increase in value. I've got some old McDonald's Pokemon cards, not the ones of this newest wave. I do have some of those, but a lot of the old ones that were packaged with the toys. I've got some old Wizards of the Coast stuff, nothing great. I do have 4 foil base 1 Gyarados in a recreation deck that I made. I used to play this janky water with deck with Gyarados, Magikarp, Gyarados, Seal, and Dugong. Those were the only Pokemon, and a lot of energy denial. It served me well as a kid, pissed off a lot of people at my local little store, so whenever I had the means, I wanted to recreate it. So I do have 4 of those. I was trying to do the beatdown deck before I stopped, so I've got Hitmonchan, Scythers, Electabuzzes, things like that. But I honestly don't keep that many Pokemon cards on me. If I open a pack for a video or whatnot, it's usually out the door. My daughter has more Pokemon cards than me. And yeah, that's it. If you could make a dream team of celebrities / martial artists to play the best Rangers crew, who would you choose and which Ranger would they be? I thought about this. I really don't have any ideas for casting decisions, especially since kind of has to be younger people. So I'd go a completely different way. If it was me, I would make an entirely comedy Power Rangers-esque movie. Can't probably make Power Rangers, and I would take the cast from Grown Ups. I would take Adam Sandler, David Spade, Chris Rock, Kevin Smith, or Kevin James, not Kevin Smith, and I would make them the Power Rangers through some weird happenstance. I think that would be absolutely hilarious. Make Adam Sandler the Red Ranger. Make David Spade the Pink Ranger. I think that would be absolutely hilarious. Make Chris Rock the Black Ranger, because I think he would have a field day with that decision, in the storyline. It'd just absolutely be awesome. I think they could do... I think they could have fun with that. Do you have any tips for new Power Ranger comic collectors? I can't tell you much. I'm a new Power Rangers comic collector. I've been collecting comics for a year. Never owned a comic before December, I think it was, or no, January, when I met Jason David Frank at my local comic book shop of this year. Met him through some targeted Facebook advertisement. It said, hey, Jason David Frank's going to be at 3 Alarm Comics. And I was like, wow. And it's actually really cool. 3 Alarm, we know 3 Alarm. Me and my wife used to play Magic the Gathering back there when they ran Friday Night Magic tournaments. So we knew of it. And it was just such an amazing experience. And I believe that whenever a local business does really good, you should, bring your business back to them. So the following weekend, we made a point to come back to them and take my daughter, have her pick out some, comic books. I talked with the owners and everything, told them how much I appreciated what they did. Really nice people. So, honestly, since then, we have probably went back to that comic book store every weekend we can since then. Now I own a whole, half box full of Power Ranger comics. It started me in Power Ranger comic collecting. Like ancillary, because I started collecting Power Ranger signatures and then signed comics. It just snowballed into that. Yeah, that's what, to go that, that's what a lot of people don't understand. I've not been collecting that long, honestly, Power Ranger items. I have a knack for amassing a large collection. Let me see. What is your favorite Power Rangers comic cover art wise? It's hard to choose anything other than the helmet variants. Was that Montez? The helmet variants. I think that's his name. If I misspoke, I'm sorry. Those are just absolutely classic. For me, it's a lot about nostalgia. So I really love like all the Ninja Rangers comics from the old Marvel comics. I love every single one of those covers. You've probably seen the Ninja Rangers one that I've been collecting signatures on. Yeah, I like comic covers that are painted in a non-traditional style, sometimes either cartoony or, like a paint. Like I got this really cool one recently that's in a video that I'm probably going to upload soon, or it's probably going to be uploaded way before this, where it looks like watercolor. I thought that was really cool. What is your favorite Pride and Joy piece of your collection? Okay, so I showed off my Saban graphic album. Another Pride and Joy piece of my collection. Probably would have to go with either my signed Jason David Frank Green Ranger helmet would probably have to go with that, or my Power Rangers Hamilton #1 that is now multi-signed. I really love that comic. It's just iconic, and I love the light colors and how, the signatures show up on it. It's just absolutely beautiful. I've really liked that comic. I've purchased a few newsstand editions that were in decent shape. It's the rare version, and because they've shot up in price. And I hope to get a graded 9.8 one day, but I've been saving a lot of my money for conventions. But let's see. Rarest item in your collection, Power Rangers and overall. Okay, so rarest item in my collection, Power Rangers. I know I said I wasn't supposed to answer twice, but probably going to have to go with the Signature Series Hamilton Comics trade paperback that I showed earlier. There's only 3 graded in the world. You can't argue with that. Another one, and I'll put a picture up of it, that is pretty rare, that I've never seen another one, is my Mighty Morphin movie card album. I actually won that as part of a sweepstakes when I was younger. I entered it at my local hobby shop. I got a booster box of the old movie cards, and it came with that album. Never seen another one like it. The only one I can find, the only pictures I can find on the internet were pictures taken personally by me. Now, since then, it's been signed by Jason David Frank, and it was signed by Karen Ashley, although Karen Ashley's signature got smudged. She fixed it the best she can, but honestly, my plan is to just, wipe it off and get her to sign it again. It's Power Rangers, Pokemon related. It would probably have to be some of my staff pins. Those pins were very hard to find, like the I can't even remember it. The Eevee staff pin, I think it was the DC staff pin, was really extremely hard to find. But yeah, all right, let's see. Why such a big fan of Jason David Frank? This is so Fall asks. I'm sorry I haven't been doing people's names here. And I was a little boy, watch all day Power Rangers and the show 1998. Same here, bud. Yeah, when I was a kid, I was sick one day from school, and I caught an episode of Power Rangers. I caught the Pudgy Pig episode, and it just blew my mind. Before that, I was all about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this show kind of upped the stakes, in my opinion, and it was really awesome. I really enjoyed it. Since then, as soon as Christmas rolled around or my birthday, I begged my parents for Power Ranger action figures. I had almost a full set of Rangers. I actually never got a Zack Ranger. They were really hard to find in my area. But yeah, I had a few of the Megazords. I had the Thunder Megazord. I had ended up with the Pyramid from Zeo. Didn't have any of the ones I really wanted. Like, I didn't get the Tiger Zord. I didn't get the Dragon Zord. They were always too expensive. We could always get where we could find it, like thrift stores or garage sales. Let's see. Brent Taylor, what is your favorite Power Rangers items you've collected or maybe even just seen? Oh man, see, pulling a lot of gonna talk a lot about Power Ranger items here. What is my favorite Power Ranger item that I've collected or just seen? Favorite Power Ranger item I've collected will probably be my Power Ranger comics. You know, it's the pride and joy of my Power Ranger collection right now. I love the signed comics that I've been able to get so far. I feel really blessed with the opportunities that I've had to meet some of the Rangers. I feel fortunate to be able to maybe do a few more opportunities before the end of the year and going into next year. But yeah, I can't really put anything other than, you know, Hamilton signed comic, signed helmet. My card collection is very near and dear to my heart. I've been collecting Power Ranger, Green Ranger cards for a while. Actually, you know, misspoke, I guess, when I said earlier saying I didn't collect any of Power Ranger. I didn't collect any of this Power Ranger stuff. I have had my Power Ranger, Green Ranger card collection, and I could never bear to sell any part of it. That's been a constant. Let's see. Do you think if Austin St. John had never replaced as the Red Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Jason David Frank could have been the Gold Zeo Ranger? If Austin St. John never replaced the Red Ranger as MMPR, realistically, he'd probably just fall into the same role as Rocky, kind of a secondary character, leader, you know, co-leader, I guess, if you want to say second in command. And he probably would have. No, they probably wouldn't have moved Jason to Red. They probably would have moved Tommy to Red, and they wouldn't have been able to. No, 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 no. You know what? No, I could definitely see that. I could see that if Jason never left the show and they transferred to Zeo, that they probably would write some plot device in that meant that Tommy couldn't get a transfer of power. They keep him on the show for a bit, just like they did with the White Ranger power. You know, like, well, they can keep him on the show, but you get what I mean. They could keep him on the show for a little bit, kind of like a background character, support character, fight putties. And then when the time came for the Gold Ranger to be announced, it would have just been so easy for them to do another announcement saying, hey, Jason David Frank is the new Sixth Ranger. He does fill that spot very well. I love the seasons where he is the Sixth Ranger. The seasons where he's the Red Ranger, I kind of fell off. I don't think I finished Turbo, and I don't think I finished Zeo, and I never even watched Turbo, to be honest. All right. What Power Ranger is your favorite? George Souza says, what Power Ranger is your favorite? And did Power Rangers have an impact on your life growing up? Yes, it did. Power Rangers had a huge impact in my life growing up. We don't realize how much these, you know, childhood role models influence our basic understanding of right and wrong. Most parents teach those to their children, but it's a lot more palatable when you see someone that you respect and that you want to be like. Even in a fantasy world, show off these positive qualities. I always loved Power Rangers. I can't ever think of any like time in my life, even young adulthood, where I made a decision based on what would a Power Ranger do. But you gotta think that that influences some people to some degree. I really don't see any Power Ranger fans. I've never met a Power Ranger fan that I've been able to connect with on some level who is on some way at core a good person. So I think it does. I think it just helps people. And another thing just said is the Power Ranger actors. It's amazing to me how many people have played Power Rangers, and every single one of them seem to in some way embrace or even be positive beyond that. It's almost as if you play that role, you kind of exude that morality, you know? I guess, you know, it's the best I can come up with. Thomas Riviera. Hey Josh, what's your take on the new mashup of MMPR and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures? I personally think they're cool, and I'm looking forward for a green release. I think it's going to be a Shredder and Evil Green Ranger. Well, I showed you how long it took me to get these questions together because they've already announced it was the Shredder is what? A single pack Shredder, right? And the Green Ranger was packed with Leonardo, I want to say. I don't know. Probably getting that wrong. Yeah, I'm super psyched about them. I don't pre-order these figures because I can't ever like produce that amount of money right then and there. I usually have to suffer the secondary market on them, but you better believe that I'm going to look to get them. I think it's a very unique opportunity for me. My wife, we have this kind of motto to help me from going crazy with collecting is stay in your lane. And my lane right now is Power Rangers. And so when I get something like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Power Ranger figure, it allows me to kind of like bring some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles into this. I can't wait to get those figures, get them signed by Power Ranger actors, and get them signed hopefully by the 1980s cast of the, voice cast of the show. I would absolutely love that. It would be an amazing addition to my collection, kind of like what I'm doing with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Power Ranger crossover Comics Pro variant cover. I'm using that to just collect signatures from as many Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers as I can. Let's see what's next. Devon Barker, that's a lot of customs. How many have you made? You're talking probably about Power Rangers Imaginext customs. Right now I've got Season 1 set done both civilian and helmetless, so that's 12. Season 2 done both civilian and helmetless, so that's 24. And then I've got Dragon Shield Jason, Dragon Shield Zach, non-Dragon Shield Tommy, so that's 27. I've got Rita, Kimberly Repulse is what I like to call her, so that's 28. And then I've made 3 for sale, so that's 28, 29, 30, 31. So 31 total I've made. Plan on making a whole bunch more. Pretty soon there's going to be a video where I make my first full set of helmetless Rangers for sale. And that's right, yeah, if anyone haven't seen this, I'm actually starting to sell these Imaginext figures just because I wanted to have some on hand because people kept asking me to buy them. They're not that hard to make, so if you want to make them, I implore you just to go make them. But if you get them from me, all I charge is the cost of the Flip Morpher, the Imaginext figure, and I pad in, I think, $10 profit for me after shipping because, I'm not doing this for free, guys. But yeah, it's a lot of customs. I never imagined it would get this far. It started as just a simple thing of my daughter saying, hey, you could put that head on there. And me being like, yeah, you could. I did it. It looked great. And now it's kind of snowballed. And those are my most popular videos. So it's been really fun. All right, guys. Well, this video went a little longer than I expected, so I decided to cut it into 2 parts. Be on the lookout for part 2. I really enjoyed answering everyone's questions. I can't wait for you to see the answers to the rest of the questions. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for your questions. I appreciate everyone who entered. Make sure to watch my next video, the part 2 to this video, because I will be announcing a new giveaway that's Power Rangers related and a giveaway maybe that's Pokemon related. I haven't decided. Kind of maybe want to space those out, but yeah. See you guys next time.